Sons, indulge me. I present to you my version of Crying Mob's Knuck If You Buck. It's called In God We Trust Now. In God we trust now, in God we trust. In God we trust now. Son of Jerusalem, crown on dreads, throwing up miracles like raising the dead. Hate is irrelevant because he's been relevant. Talking nonsense when he healing us sick. Spotting them, frozen, exposing them quick. Now leaving us soul body with this we praying and praising and living just fine. Promise the everlasting life and it's not a crime. Satan devil demons, you know he do. God will slay you away with just one true. We not on even time because it's not cute. You messing with me, I'm calling my crew. You trying me, go get the dirty pants and the plastic. We know what I can do with them, that's just nasty. You call it in the ice, I'm in Antarctica, it's tragic. The city is mine, is over for black magic. I don't know why I said it like that, but welcome to Beaming Light. Beaming stands for bold and light and aware, mature, insightful, nurturing, grateful. Light stands for loving, intelligent, generous, honest, and tactful. I am Danita. Welcome to my channel where I change up song lyrics, relate them to my personal experiences and Bible verses to give you some hope, some motivation, and some encouragement through our life struggles, our ups and downs, right? Make it make sense in the society that we live in today. Y'all, thank you so much. And let's get into the topic of this message. It is Beyonce is a diamond. So knuck if you buck. Again, Beyonce is a diamond. So knuck if you buck. And we're looking at John chapter 6, 29 through 59. Y'all know Beyonce. Send me up in a club with 50 of them girls. Did you say 50 11 or 50 of them? Sometimes y'all don't be really knowing all the lyrics like I gotta. But I do have, I'm going to get into the personal experience. So I don't know if you have seen, but there is a image that has been circulating around, apparently, of me on IG. It has me in a position where it looks like I'm mooning someone, and I'm not. This friend from my 20s, college, KP, took a picture of me in the bathroom, and when I asked her to delete it, she was like, oh, I'm not going to show anybody. And at that point in time, I didn't even fight it because I knew who she was. And she showed her hand for free. So, with that being said, I have a song that I would like to use. I'm using Ozzy, obviously. All up on your IG post, swear these haters do the most. Polar hat brand with my eyes sitting low, trying to hold back cause she don't want to smoke. And everywhere I go, mask off, tell 'em on the ground. All on Instagram, cake by the pound. Circulate the image every time I come around. D's up, futures looking bright, sunnies. God, this worships for you, so thank you for your grace. I thank you for your grace, such an amazing grace. I do this all for you, just to give you praise. I give you all my praise, all my love and praise. Drop the bass, man, the bass get low. Radio say speed it up, I just move slow. Hot like treble, pumping on the mids. Yeah, man, ain't never seen a booty like this, y'all. Well, I guess with that, I think there's been some talk about if my butt is real. It is. It's not a BBL. I am going to turn this into a positive situation. She has already been facing karma. Apparently, she lost her job for posting something of that nature. It was misconduct. And you got to think about when you do things like that. And we're 40. So it's why do that at this age? Also, I have compromising photos of her as well. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, you want to do that? So I got, you know what I mean? As a backup. And back in the day, the old Danita might have responded by posting it up. The new Danita doesn't do that. I'm not going to stoop to their level. Here was the intention of that. This was a whole setup tactic. For me to run into someone that I knew from the past and say, oh my God, did you see this picture of you on IG? And go all nuts and crazy and pissed off and angry. No. I'm just going to allow the image to work for me. Maybe Calvin Klein want to reach out and work with me. Maybe somebody like La Perla will give me my own lingerie collection. Who knows? Just because you're spiritual don't mean you can't dress cute at night, okay? have a husband, or you know what I mean. That doesn't mean that. So let's thank you. And I'm praying for you because obviously you need a healing, because your heart is hurting to do something so vile, despicable, and disgusting. But I appreciate you for showing everyone who your true character is. Now they know. Mask off. All right? Y'all, so I was like, maybe yesterday or the day before, I was just thinking, like, you know, like they say an idle mind is the devil's workshop, right? But they also say that the devil is busy. So it's like, okay, well, which one is it? Because that's two very contradictory statements. Either an idle mind is his workshop, or the devil is always busy. Here's what I like to say. I don't think necessarily that either one is all the way true, right? You could be busy with certain things and certain tasks, but that doesn't mean it has a devil involved in it. But sometimes the devil will try to keep you busy to pull you away from worship with God and connection with God. So that's something that you have to really decide for yourself. Are you being productive with your time during the day? Or are you being busy because you feel like, you know, sitting with yourself or sitting alone or connecting with God is a burden? Isn't that nuts? Like, for people to think that connecting with God is a burden. That kind of makes me want to cry. Why feel like that? Connecting with God isn't a burden. It actually releases your burdens. It frees your mind, your worries. It helps you to understand that there's something bigger than you outside of this world that we live in that we can't explain, but you feel it. You have faith in it. You don't break under pressure. You don't fold. You understand that this process is just transforming you into a beautiful diamond, because Beyonce is a diamond. They can knuck if they buck, but are they really gonna buck? They not. The best they can do is what they do on a computer screen. I can't wait to see her in person, because I would love to hear what she has to say. I would love to hear her explanation. I would love to even see if she faces me or if she runs. It was also a clout chasing move, but I think that didn't work out in her favor very much. Let's look at I don't mind is the devil's playground and the devil's always busy. So productivity. I wanted to look up productivity and busy to see like what the actual definition of these words were, right? So busy is both an adjective and a verb. The adjective definition is having a great deal to do. The verb version is keeping occupied. Productivity is how efficiently you are able to get a task completed with what you're given. So how much are you able to do with time given, materials given, resources given? How much are you able to produce? Now, when you look at produce is like multiplying, right? Creating, multiplying. And are you able to multiply your abundance, your energy, your time, your love, your faith, your trust, will, abundance? Are you able to produce that? Or are you keeping busy? And is that pulling you away from your time with God, your worship, your connection with Him? You know, some people are like, well, I gotta go do this. I gotta go work out. I gotta go do this. And I'm not saying those things are not good for you. I gotta go meet my friends. I gotta go out to eat with this person. We have a meeting. I'm not saying those things are not good, but I'm saying, are those things keeping you busy, keeping you occupied so you don't have to worship and connect with God? Or are you really producing and yielding results? Time is currency. Time is valuable. And we know time is a continuum. It just keeps going. It seems like, man places time, like days on things, right? Years on things. And in reality, time just doesn't exist. When you exit, your energy goes to where you needed to replace. Like your energy is replaced. The spirit is replaced. And this is what awakening helps you do. You usually are reincarnated. I don't want to get too much in that because I feel like some people are not really ready for that. But I want you to understand that productivity and busyness, which one are you operating out of? I choose to operate out of a space of productivity. It might not seem like I'm getting things done, but if I'm able to sit down and create, if I'm able to connect with my family, have time to connect and worship with God, have time for self-care, have time to clean or organize or gather, to me, that's a productive day. I'm doing what I need to do for myself. I'm making time as appropriate for what's important in my life. Some people keep busy and keep occupied with things that are not very important. Let's look at John chapter 6, 29 through 59. I'm going to break it up. So I'm going to read the first 10 verses. We'll break it up 10 by 10 by 10. Jesus answered and said unto them, This is the work of God, that ye believe on him he hath sent. They said therefore unto him, What sign shewest thou then, that we may see and believe thee? What dost thou work? Our father did eat manna in the desert, as it is written, He gave them bread from heaven to eat. Then Jesus said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not the bread from your heaven, but my Father gave you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. But I said unto you that ye also have seen me and believe not. All that Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. I want to say it again. And him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but to do the will of him that sent me. And this is the Father's will which hath sent me, that of all which hath he given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. Are you being productive in the will of God? Or are you keeping busy to distract you from your connection with God, to distract you from your purpose, your passion, the love of humanity you should have? Do you think another human who had care, compassion, love, kindness, gentleness, humility, grace in their heart, integrity, trust, honor, would do something like that to someone else? That's allowing the devil to keep your mind busy. Let's continue. We're at 40. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. The Jews then murmured at him, because he said, I am the bread which came down from him. And they said, Is not the Jesus the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How is it then that he said, I come down from heaven? Jesus therefore answered and said unto him, Murmur not among yourselves. No man can come to me except the Father which hath seen me. Draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, and that he shall be taught of God. Every man therefore that hath heard and hath learned of the Father cometh unto me. Not that any man hath seen the Father, save he which is of God, he hath seen the Father. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he hath believeth on me hath everlasting life. In the song I said, promise of everlasting life is not a crime. I am that bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. Jesus said, you know, what you're seeking on this earth is causing you to lose your life. What you're thirsting after, the money, the fame, the attention, whatever it was, the clout, whatever you're thirsting after, whatever you're hungry for, you are living in the hunger and the thirst of the world. God said, come to me through my son Jesus, and you will have everlasting life. You will never be hungry. You will never be thirsty because you will trust in the will of God. Let's keep going. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. The Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? Then Jesus said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of the man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. For my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. When you partake in God, in Jesus, he lives within you. You are the living word. You are the living water. You produce your own fruits because you're productive with connecting with him in his will, in his grace, in his abundance. You make sure that you are making time to be productive in the will of God. As the living Father has sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me even shall live by me. This is that bread which came down. Oh, I said that. For these things, I'll say it again. This is the bread that came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever. These things said he in the synagogue as he taught in the Capernaum. Y'all, do you understand the thirst is real in the world? Again, the thirst and the hunger of the world is real. The mad real world. Why are you so angry? Why are you so upset? Why are you bitter? Why are you destructive? That doesn't destroy me. It destroys you. Sonnies, that's what they don't realize. They try to destroy you in the process, destroy themselves. And as we continue to age on this journey, grow, mature, experience, gain more wisdom, courage, confidence, grace, love, humility, kindness. As we continue to walk by faith, not by sight, trusting God in the process, these people are going to continue to reveal who they truly are to you. They're going to become hungrier and thirstier. They're going to search and they're going to dig. But are you going to stand in grace and what God has promised you? Are you going to fold under the pressure because you're embarrassed? You shouldn't be. They should. You hold your head up high. You walk with integrity. You don't let anybody take your confidence. Somebody shows you something that's, feel like, how old are we? We still doing, this is what you decide to do? Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. It's not how I can sue. They don't think it through. They just act. They just do. They think it's funny, think it's cute. It's not funny, it's not cute. But you don't seek revenge. You keep moving. You let God take care of that. God has a funny way of working things like this out. If you have not accepted Jesus, I know I probably shouldn't say this, but if you have not accepted Jesus and who he is and understanding that he is the way to the Father, let's say a prayer. God, we come to you and we ask for you to give healing and deliverance to our enemies. Please touch their heart, their mind, their soul, their body. Please allow them to understand what they do is not appropriate and in love through you. We need them to see the way of Jesus. We need them to understand that we can come together and we can really raise and uplift humanity in a beautiful way. But we have to work together. We have to understand that everything works according to your will and glory, as long as we're being productive in our connection with you. We ask for you to heal our own hearts, our own mind, our own body, souls, our spirits. Allow us to be strong in our faith where no one can break our mental, our emotional, our spirit, our physical. Allow us to just keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the adversity is. We thank you for your grace, your guidance, your wisdom, your love. Thank you for giving us the gift of humility, passion, purpose, gifts, understanding. We ask this prayers in Jesus' name, amen. And that's Sunny D Vibes on NAB. Be a beaming light in your community. Spread love, light, and positivity. Pay it forward with a random act of kindness. Pray it forward, Sunnies. Thank you again. I ended things a little differently, but I hope that you enjoyed the message. Take care, and until the next time.